episode 17, and I still don't know shit. How's your day?
자네가 뭐 할 줄 있지?
뭐든지 하겠습니다.
내가 시키는 어떤 일도 꿈을 그렇게 쉽게 파는 사람에게 내 딸을 왜 줘야지?
제 꿈이니까요, 아버님.
That dude almost smiled. He almost smiled. You have warmed my cold heart. You may marry my daughter. Oh, by the way, I need you to go rough some people up, break a few kneecaps. No big deal. Oh man, I was just praising you. Yeah. Michael is the last person.
I swear to God, you put your hands on her one more time.
She speaks English. That's how it's gonna happen. I gotta come clean about something. When you open Amazon and you go to Prime and you go to the show, like for me, when you edit, or even if you're trying to remember something and it's bothering you, you go back and you look at another episode that you already watched. So you have to go into the list. And Amazon's list of episodes doesn't just tell you the name of the episode. It tells you like a description of what's going to happen, and it puts it in nice big font. So you don't even have to like use your old man squint to see it. So I already know that it said something to the effect of Sun surprises the group with a revelation or something, some kind of cheesy way of. By now, if you're on episode 17, you know what that means, right? So I'm assuming everyone's gonna find out she speaks English. Thanks, Amazon. Anyway, just had to let you know.
아빠 자동차 회사만큼 나도 중요하잖아.
Car company? Wait. Am I gonna find out after all this time that Jin is like he's a Shylock for an auto dealer? He's going to beat people up over tires. I thought it was like some big, is that like the equivalent, or maybe it's the equivalent of like waste management, from The Sopranos. Car company. It has to be a front. It has to be.
I stuck my nose where it didn't belong. It's on me.
I was protecting you.
Oh, yeah? From what?
From Jin. You don't know what he's capable of.
It's not my problem. It's yours.
Especially where steel belted radials are concerned.
Come on, dude, I'm trying here. Okay. You want to be an outsider? It's your business.
He speaks English too. That's the twist.
Maybe we should get some rope, spend a Saturday night alone together, and see what happens.
Starting to warm up to Shannon.
I like to bind. I like to be bound.
I mean...
You taking Sawyer with you?
Yep. Bought myself a ticket on this little tub. Let me tell you, fare was steep.
You sold him a spot.
I needed to hail you to the mast.
He wasn't always like this. He was so tender. And then he was different.
Hey, Charlie, what's going on?
The raft, it's on fire. Look.
Why are they showing him? Hold on. Oh no! Oh. No. Okay. There's no way that this was an accidental fire. That's number one. But why would, I just don't think Jin would do that. I mean, he's, you know, obviously he's a very pent up dude. But I just don't see it. Like they showed Locke almost instantly. Right? When you find out that the boat's on fire, there's Locke's face. You know. I don't know. It's probably going to be somebody I would never, but there's just no way. Like fires just don't start, you know, at the edge of the water like that. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, but it's somebody doesn't want them to leave for sure. Whether it's them or these other people or, you know, like I'm telling you, Ethan's folks are coming. Whoever they are, they're coming. And they're going to either be like just as savage as him, like, you know, or just, it's just going to be like a bunch of McPoyles just coming at you. My money is on either Locke or the polar bear. I'm not talking about the other thing anymore.
메시지를 그에게 전달해주게. 내가 섭섭한 점이 참 많아서 그래.
회장님 밑에서 일하고 있습니다.
미스터 관. 네, 들어오세요.
여기 회장님의 메시지를 전하러 왔습니다.
The carburetors don't work.
제발 부탁합니다. 우리 달러 앞에서만은.
Hey! Hey! Oh, hold on.
굉장히 섭섭해 하시는데요. 그 말만.
그래요? 아, 고맙습니다. 고마워요. 아빠! 이게는 당신께 드리는 선물입니다. 이게는 풍종 좋은 게예요.
한 차관님.
정말 비싼 게예요. 회장님께 사과를 드린다고 꼭 전해주세요.
So, okay. Two things. I'm thinking he was probably supposed to beat that guy up, and that guy probably thought he was getting beat up. Like, please, not in front of my daughter. Like, this guy's in the know as to what happens when Mr. P sends somebody to your house. And then he's got the dog. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Three things. That was freaking Hurley on Korean TV. What did Hurley do? Maybe they're holding that one off. Like maybe that's a big one. Maybe he like did some horrible thing where I couldn't tell if he was like getting into a car or if that was cops. I'm not going back. Hurley was on Korean TV.
It's very possible your sister and I are going to become more than just friends.
You want my blessing or something?
My hope is you won't object.
Yeah? Let me tell you about my sister. She likes older men, guys who can take care of her. She'll make you feel like the greatest guy ever while you get her food, whatever it is she needs. And when she gets what she wants, she'll move on. When she does, don't take it personally, man.
That may be the wisest thing I've heard Boone say yet.
Messed up my ride, Chief.
God.
Perhaps you should find another friend to help you with your shelter.
You've been talking to my brother, haven't you? Tell him to keep his stupid mouth shut, and if he has something to say, he can leave Saeed out of it and come say it to my face.
Should I be writing this down? Do you like him, Saeed?
Are you serious?
Because if you do, like him, what's it got to do with your brother? You're a grown woman. Sure, you can yell at Boone till you're blue in the face, but all you're doing is giving him what he wants.
Yeah, what's that?
Your attention. Everyone gets a new life on this island, Shannon. Maybe it's time you start yours.
Well, what does that mean? Everyone gets a new life on this island. See? This is a cult. There's no way it's not a cult. I mean, whatever Boone is doing, it's probably for this guy. But I'm not. That's not even like the part about it that blows your mind is that he's right. Like, he's just right. Most of the time, what he's saying is correct. But then you get this nuanced little. Everyone gets a new life on this island. What does that mean? You know, you took some good, wise advice, and you kind of cocked it up there a little bit. I don't get it.
You're pretty scared, huh? Scared, you understand? Scared, don't you? Folks down the beach might have been doctors and accountants a month ago. But it's Lord of the Flies time now.
I got to touch on something else. He stole a dog. It was good. He took a dog from a little girl, a beautiful dog from a little girl, and gave it to her, and then she abandoned the dog. I don't care if you like these characters. I just don't care. I'm not gonna hold back anymore. Tired of biting my tongue. Some of these people suck. Like, something drove this guy to a point where he, you know, but I still don't think he burned the boat. I still don't think he burned the boat. I don't know, man. At this point, nothing would surprise me about these characters. It's just like one thing after another.
함련씨 집에 이 사람 데려주죠. 이 사람 하는 거 보고 잘 배워.
So now the guy is gonna get hurt, and he still gave away his daughter's dog. He deserves it now. I mean,
내가 당신 목숨을 구했다는 걸 명심해.
oh, okay. One more on this. I'm so sorry. You put on rubber gloves, right? You got the rubber gloves to go do your hit, your murder, your capping. But you chose to wear a white suit. Just a little perplexed by that decision. Hey, buddy, that's a nice white suit you got there with those red speckles all over it. You know, like. Oh, so Jin saved this guy's life, but in turn, he himself kind of helped to transition himself into a worse person. That's messed up.
아버님이 시키는 대로 할 뿐이야. 다 우리를 위해서 하는 거야.
Son doesn't need you. I mean, she's already got the money, right? She's his daughter. She's probably never gonna ever have to worry about anything. You're saying you're doing this for us, but you're really doing it for you. Like, it's a selfish thing to make that kind of a compromise if you're only going to turn around and take it out on the person that you did it for in the first place. Right? He was selfish. His motives were good in the sense that, you know, he loves her and she loves him, and, you know, this is how we can be together and be legit about it. But then now that he's forced to do this, he's like, "Oh, I'm doing it for us." Oh, you're doing it for you. You're doing it for you. She would have been just fine.
Michael!
알았어? 어?
Hey, hey!
Easy, Doc. One fight at a time.
He's right. This is between them.
갔을 땐 이미 불타고 있었어. 이렇게 된 거야. 손을 좀 봐.
Leave him alone! He didn't burn your raft.
I just, I can't believe it took this long. What have they been out here? 3 weeks? A month? Longer? How long has it been now? 17 episodes, maybe 17 weeks, give or take. That's nuts, man. He did look kind of surprised though, so it makes you wonder, like, I don't know. I thought he was sus of her, right? I thought he was kind of catching on, but he looked genuinely surprised there.
You speak English?
Didn't see that coming. You understood us? All this time, why didn't you say anything?
Your raft was already on fire when he arrived. He burned his hands trying to put it out.
Then why did he run?
Exactly. That's what I thought.
My husband is many things, but he's not a liar.
You gonna lecture us about lying, Betty? From the look on his face, even your old man here didn't know you speak English. How do we know she's not covering for it?
Because she isn't. Why would any one of us block an attempt to get home? We're so intent on pointing the finger at one another that we're ignoring the simple, undeniable truth that the problem isn't here, it's there. They've attacked us, sabotaged us, abducted us, murdered us. Maybe it's time we stopped blaming us and started worrying about them.
I mean, come on! Join the cult!
We're
The
not
guy
the
is-
only people on this island, and we all know it.
Thank you! Colonel Locke is the shit.
Pontoons, the decking. Fire burnt up all the twine. Damn it! Damn it! God. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
We all have setbacks. It's just life.
Here's a question though.
Start over.
You're gonna build
Where was little Damien here when the boat caught fire? Because we still haven't addressed this whole he makes things happen. Like, he doesn't seem shook. He doesn't seem that upset at all. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe Walt's a pyro. I don't know. I'm leaning on the other people. Like, it just makes the most sense. Like, you killed one of our guys. You know, we need new women. You got a baby. We need to farm you as a resource, and a boat is not gonna fly for that. So I'm leaning on the other people, but kids are capable of doing some stupid shit, man. I'm just saying. It's always the person you least suspect.
Can I help?
No doubt you can help. Come on.
All right, maybe he didn't do it. But this guy didn't do it.
우리 언제부터 이렇게 대화가 안 됐어요? I was going to leave you. I was going to get away. But you made me change my mind. You made me think that you still loved me.
She's talking Korean now or English? Did they flip it over again? What's happening?
처음부터 다시 시작하고 싶어.
죄송해요, 아버지. 아버지가 부끄러웠어요.
Somebody's got to catch the fish, man.
그리고 미국으로 가. 응? 그래서 너희 결혼을 살려라.
그러기에는 너무 늦었어.
Why? People are so selfish, man.
Everyone gets a new life on this island.
Hey, you mind if I ask you something?
Sure.
Why did you burn the raft, Walt?
He was running up with him. He was running up the beach with him. He had to set the fire. Then he had to go probably dart through the woods, go to wherever his dad was and pretend like, you know, he just went pee or something. I saw him run. Maybe Locke's wrong. You know, it's one thing to be right about a prediction on this thing, but it's another to be joking around and then not being happy about a prediction that you made coming true. Like I said, remember when I said I think Walt's kind of a shit? There's a fair chance that maybe Locke is wrong, but come on, Locke wrong out here? No. Let's just finish the conversation.
You must have had a really good reason.
You burned my comic book.
I don't want to move anymore. I've been moving places my whole life. I like it here.
I like it here too.
Everyone knows that.
Boat.
Oh, his batteries died. It's probably a good thing I can't use that footage, you know? There's a very overwhelming theme of selfishness in that episode, right? I talked about Jin being selfish. And what's crazy to me is like his dad, who he lied about being dead. Again, selfishness, you know? You're trying to improve your station in life. You're going after this beautiful rich girl. You want to be bigger and better than what you are, right? A lowly fisherman from a fishing village. A doorman. So you lie about your dad and you lie about, you know, what you're really doing it for. And then you take it out on her and you say, I'm doing it for us. That damn, the dog. I'm sorry, but just no sympathy from me on that. Selfish people. Michael, why did he put his 2 cents in there and get involved in that whole thing? I mean, I guess that's kind of like the setup for the boat and everything, and that's just the way they wrote it. But at this point, I just don't see him doing that. Like, did he not learn anything over the last few weeks, you know? It's crazy. Like, you just can't help yourself. You gotta just, hey man, what you doing? They gotta figure out a way to get that handcuff off of this dude. That's gotta be sucking by now, you know what I mean? Anyway, at least if you can take anything away from it, everyone's shit is getting out. You know? Sun's secret is out. It's kind of just like everyone's just letting go of all the crap that made them the shitty people that they were. Or maybe they're not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the idea of this is that some people or most people can't change. And they're just going to start being their old selves again, you know? I don't know. I can't believe he burned the boat. Like, why? I'm tired of moving. Okay. Don't you miss video games, TV? Don't you miss, you know, food? What the hell are you talking about, man? I'm gonna watch 18 right now. I'm hoping it's something new, you know? I like what they're doing. It's just there's just too much stuff that needs to be addressed. And I know you guys are trying to comfort me in the comments. I appreciate it. Overall, the comments haven't been too bad. I try to read some of your comments, like with a grain of salt as I'm going through. I'm like, am I going to get spoiled on something? I don't want to be in that situation. But there's only been a couple people that were just outright rude, and I, just removed from the channel or whatever. Just like, I don't know. I'm sorry you don't get my jokes or you don't like my jokes. I'm sorry if you think I talk over things too much. I'm trying to get better at it as we go. So, but for those of you that have been consistently commenting and liking and doing all those things, it's pretty cool to see that happen. It's kind of cool to see the channel kind of building up steam. It's neat. It means I'm doing something right. And someone told me a long time ago, if people are hating on you, then you're definitely doing something right. So anyway, I'm going to jump into the next episode. This will probably be a Tuesday episode, and the next one will be a Thursday if I'm doing the math right in my head. So yeah, we'll see you in a couple of days. Make sure you like and subscribe and algorithms and stuff. Peace.